Hello friends, this video on human health and diseases part 7 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Useful. Let us look at the next disease, that is common cold. Now it is something very common, and that is why the name also is common cold. Now it happens very frequently and it keeps happening in so many people. Now, for this common cold, the pathogen is a virus, and these viruses, it is not a particular virus which cause common cold, but quite a group of viruses, quite a number of different types of viruses can cause common cold. One of those viruses are the rhinovirus. So in this case, how the pathogens enter inside our body? Again, through contaminated air or objects. Like how I said in case of pneumonia, that if somebody sneezes or if somebody coughs, there are chances that the infection or the organism might enter your body during inhalation. So a very similar type of entry is true even for these viruses which cause common cold. Now, this infection starts when a virus attaches to the lining of the nose or the throat. So, the common cold, if you see, you might think that even in case of pneumonia, the same thing was happening, that when that bacteria entered while we inhaled, so it infected. Now, in case of pneumonia, that bacteria directly reaches the lungs and it impacts the lungs. But in this case, these viruses will enter inside the nostrils. Now, as soon as the viruses come in contact with the lining of the nose, the infection will start. So, your lungs will not get damaged in this case, but what will get affected is your nostrils and the nasal cavity. So, in this case also the mode of transmission is the same, that is inhalation of droplets released by infected person can enter somebody else during breathing in. So here the nose and the respiratory passage gets infected and the lungs remain unaffected, and that is why common cold is a less severe disease when compared to pneumonia, because in pneumonia your lungs get impacted, and once your lungs get impacted, the consequence on the respiratory system will be more major. In this case the lungs are safe, they are working fine, but this particular area, that is the nose and the respiratory passage, so this particular area gets impacted. So as a result, what will be the difficulty that the body will face? So what happens as a result of infection by these virus? The nose and the throat, these areas tend to get inflamed. A lot of mucus also gets produced. Now what happens is, as soon as the virus attacks the body's immune system also sends the WBCs, the white blood cells, which fight against infections, to attack these germs, that is to attack the viruses. Now, the body also gets tired spending so much of energy to fight the virus, and as a result of which the person who is infected with common cold, they tend to feel very tired and weak. So those kind of feelings come because the body is also spending a lot of energy to fight these viruses. Some of the symptoms of common cold are sore throat, cough, headache, nasal congestion, nasal discharge, hoarseness. So these are some of the common symptoms. Now, nasal congestion means the blockage. You would see that when your nose gets blocked, you will not be able to breathe in or breathe out properly. So that is called congestion, that is blockage. And nasal discharge is continuously a fluid-like substance keeps coming out of your nose. So that is nasal discharge. Now, how do we treat common cold? So it is normally treated with medication like painkillers, cough syrups or nasal sprays. Now in this case, you are not given antibiotics because there is no bacterial infection as such. The infection is due to viruses, and antibiotics do not work on viruses. So painkillers are given because of the headache. So painkillers can actually reduce the perception of pain and you will not feel the pain. Cough syrups will reduce the cough, and nasal sprays for the blocked nose. So when your nasal pathway is completely blocked, so these nasal sprays can help you. Now, sometimes a viral infection can lead to bacterial infection of other organs. It happens. If the viral infection persists for a very long period of time, it can cause bacterial infection of some organs. So that time antibiotics are given. So the antibiotics will not help viral infection, but the antibiotics will help bacterial infection. Now, thank you. Please visit examfear.com for an easy 4-step learning process absolutely free of cost. Watch video lessons, ask questions, refer notes, and take an online test. Thank you once again.